Right guys, so welcome to the GM Imports YouTube channel. Good morning everyone, Monday morning. Chris is on holiday, so I've got lots of extra work to do today. We're going to do some daily vlogs and try and get these out every sort of oncoming week. What do we have on today? Let me have a look at the diary quickly. I'll tell you what's happening in the workshop. So in the workshop today we have Jan's working on a R33 GTR, he's finishing it off. He's also working on a chaser that we're doing a Haltech ECU. Scotty is pulling an engine out of a car that had a built engine by another tuning shop. It's seized up, we don't know why, so it's come here for us to inspect and then put it right for the customer. It's supposed to have like a HKS turbo kit, 1000 horsepower, so new customer. So I'm keen to see what's wrong with that engine. Kyle and Matty are working on that bad boy GTR. They're putting Warren's gearbox in there. Kyle is working on the Russian car and Warren's car this week, building them up. Jimmy is finishing off Chris's RB26 engine, and then he's looking at the Lloyd's GTR engine. This was another car that came from another tuner. It was left in bits, so we're kind of picking up the pieces and going through and see what's what and what's left, and then try and put this car back on the road for him. So that's Jan sorted, Jimmy sorted, Kyle sorted. Dean is working on Ross's time attack car. We're taking the Audi TT-RS for a quick little drive for half an hour, and then he's concentrating on the time attack car for the rest of the week. Apart from, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday, where he's going to drop some new injectors into Hamid's car. We're changing the size from 2,600 to 1,700. Haggy is away to drop a customer's R33 GTR to a window tint place to get the windows tinted with Dale. Dale's prepping some vehicles. We've got a couple of vehicles leaving this week, GT86, yellow M3, a left-hand drive GTR as well, which we believe is fixed, the one from America. So yeah, busy Monday. So I should go in the workshop later on and have a look, but for now I'm going to have my coffee and get ready. As I explained before, obviously today is really busy in the workshop, so I'm just going to have a little span about and see what the boys are doing. Jan is back on the Ali's R33. He's busy finishing the trigger kit install and doing the ECU on this, and then Jan is then going to fit a Haltech ECU onto this chaser as well. The chaser is running stock power, but he is starting with the ECU first. So Jan's taking care of all the electronics on these two cars, ready for Remain to tune them this week. Let's go and see what Scott's up to. It's a GTR, it looks like he's pulling an engine out, so we'll see what's going on here. Morning Scott.
Morning Davey.
You feeling good?
I'm good, thanks yourself.
So I know you started that at the weekend, sort of,
yes.
You finished your left-hand drive car early,
I did,
so
yes.
you've jumped onto this. What is it we're doing?
Unfortunately, the engine's a bit poorly. It's a build from elsewhere.
So it's a forged engine, yeah?
It's a forged engine, yes. The engine seemed to have seized. We're kind of turning the crank on it. So I'm just stripping it down out of the car now, so we can then hand it over to Jimmy, so Jimmy can strip it down and actually find out what went wrong.
Yeah.
And then we'll build it back up and build a healthy car for the customer.
Yeah, so touch base, so this car's come in, it says, you see that, 900 horsepower. Obviously it's a first time GM customer, it's also a forged engine, but apparently it's seized, so we need to see why it's seized. It's unusual for a forged engine to seize. So something's obviously went drastically wrong. Scott's going to pull it out, then we're going to strip it in the engine room and see what went wrong with it. Right, thanks Scott, I'll let you crack on. Then we are going to go and see Dean. Dean, it's time, the time has come to work on this car, eh?
Yep.
You've been looking forward to this, haven't you?
Yeah, back on the time attack Subaru.
Yep.
Just got to figure out where I was last time we stopped.
Yep. So a lot of things have changed, hasn't it?
Yeah, the plan is constantly evolving depending on what the customer wants. He's going for quite a big spec, so we've got to figure out what we've got.
Yeah.
Make a plan to attack it, and we'll get it done.
There you go. He's actually going to attack it just like the car for time attack. So yeah, so Dean's literally going through all the parts to see what's what, and then he's going to have a look at the car. He's already done quite a lot of work on it already. We've got this beautiful gearbox that's been built. Sequential box. So Dean's going to assess what's the best way to do this, whether he puts the box in first or tackle some of the parts, but we'll keep you updated with his progress. Let's go and see what Kyle and Matty is up to. So today is a bit of a training day, so Kyle's teaching Matty how to remove a gearbox safely from the GTR. So he's getting a bit of training because, believe it or not, the GTR gearbox is very, very easy and simple to remove out. So the plan here is to train Matthew, or Matty as he likes to be called, how to remove it safely so our senior techs can work and diagnose any repairs. On this one, it's a straightforward job. The box fully works, and he is getting Warren's a gearbox, which is the car behind us there, which is a built box that we did. So that's going to go straight into this car, and then this car will be getting tuned to suit the new box. So let me talk to Matty. So Matty, how's it been so far doing the gearbox?
Kenny, I've got the best teacher.
Good, good. Am I not the best teacher?
No.
Yeah, so anyway, so you found it easy? Was it as daunting as you thought at first?
It's relatively simple actually, to be honest.
Yeah, so it is pretty simple, but I think a lot of people get put off with the gearbox, don't they?
Aye,
but yeah,
just with it being such a...
But you're in good hands there with Kyle. So this is the sort of like first process. Eventually we'll get you to be able to pull the boxes down.
Aye.
Kyle can sort them out, and then you can pull them up. It keeps him basically doing the more intricate bits.
Aye.
So Kyle, what's your plans for today? Just obviously teach Matty.
Yes, just keep Matty on his toes.
And you're back in the two big projects, aren't you?
Yeah, obviously quite detailed with his bolts and stuff, which he's doing a fab job.
Yeah. Teach him the right way, then, yeah.
Got it out pretty quick.
Good, good, good. And we've also got to be careful here, guys. We've just had a GTR that's come in that's got an issue with it cutting out, that some of the looms had been pulled hard and it was affecting the car. So we've just diagnosed some of the GTR with that issue, so you've got to be really careful when you pull these boxes out. What else? So yeah, so you're back on the Russian car and Warren's car, aren't you?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, I'm going to let these boys crack on because today is super busy and we'll like to start on top on a Monday. Let's go and check the engine room out and see what's going in there. And that'll be pretty much all the vlogging for today, for Monday. Right, let's see what Jimmy's up to. Oh, I've just spotted Chris's engine. I don't think I've got that on the camera, so I'm just going to zoom in. Apologies for my quick spinning for Chris's engine. I'm pretty sure I haven't vlogged it yet, but it's fully built. I believe it's a 2.7 RB26 fully forged. Look at that, how nice is that? Jimmy,
yo, morning.
We'll keep you nice and brief because obviously we've got Chris off this week and I've got a busy job having to cover for Chris in the afternoon. So, what is it you're doing this morning? This looks like VR. Actually, I touched base this morning on the job sheet. This is Lloyd's GTR that came from another shop that was building it, and obviously we've getting the job to go through it.
Literally, everything has come in. Brake pad boxes, random cardboard boxes.
Right.
So, just going through, figuring out which bolts are where. So I need 9 of those. I need 19 of those. I need 20 of those. So I'm just going through, sorting them out, bagging everything up so I know where it is to find out
just
what's
to show
missing,
you
what's there.
So we at GM work methodically where we bag everything up, put things in trolleys, and we've had a few cars that come from other places where literally it's just a bag of bolts and go, you've sorted.
So it looks like pretty much everything bar one bolt is here so far.
That's good then. At least
Which
it's
is a good
there, isn't
thing.
it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, the good thing is we know the cars, but if you do have like another car that we don't usually work on, this could be an absolute nightmare for a garage. So it's always important to work methodically, and obviously we've instilled that over the last 2-3 years to be like super methodical here.
The beauty of knowing an engine as well is when you're familiar with it, you know how many of something, where this goes, where that goes, and that's understanding the architecture of the engine. There's some things that we don't reuse, there's some things that we do reuse. It totally depends, and we're talking about bolts as a build, everything other than the structure of the engine, providing it's okay, will be reused.
Also, let me know, guys, if you'd like to see a time lapse of one of the engine builds. That would be pretty cool. So hook the camera up and we'll see it from start to finish. And also, this engine, the customer's provided his own pistons and rods as well, haven't he?
Yes.
So yeah, so it's a bit different to what we do.
Lots
Obviously,
of checking, lots of measuring, but you know,
we can use our skill to it, but obviously it's not the
Just a-
materials we use, so we don't know the long-term R&D on that.
yeah, I mean, the only thing that's a bonus is he uses rods that we would use.
Right.
So that's one good thing.
So it's just the pistons in, isn't it?
Name brand pistons, but once again, we need to make sure they measure right.
Yeah.
Is the ball going to be suitable for them, because there's machine work already being done?
Is that what's behind us here?
Yeah, so
that's
this
Lloyd's
is literally-
engine, yeah?
Luckily, it's been relatively well kept together.
Yeah.
Apart from the nuts and bolts, really.
Yeah.
And
is that a second-hand block?
The
or new?
frustrating thing is, it's his original block.
Yes.
They've painted it silver.
Yeah.
But then before they've prepared it and painted it, they've left so much old sealer and silicon on, you cannot prepare an engine in that way. There's overspray inside the cooling jacket, so that's going to come off and float around in the cooling system.
Yeah, so there's a lot of
it's
prep.
just not an acceptable way to build an engine.
Yeah. There you go. See? So, man like Jimmy's going to sort it out. And this other engine, just what I got, was this a fire engine?
Yes, that
Yeah.
was the fire damage
Yeah.
one. So that's now, everything's documented, everything's
Yeah.
measured, everything's
And
checked.
I've emailed the customer as well. So
we've now produced a list of the parts that are going to be required on top of what we would normally put into a signature build.
yeah.
Um,
So over to you, Richard. We're waiting for you. Let me know, and then we can get started. Right, I'm going to leave Jimmy alone. I'm going to go back to the office. I'm going to let the boys crack on because we've got remaining for 3 days this week. We've got Tango getting full sent. We've got the Lambo getting sent. We've got the R33, RB30 getting sent. We've got this Chaser getting sent. We've got quite a lot of cars, and we've got Cameron's Audi TT as well getting sent on pump fuel. So I'll let the boys go, and that is all for today. No, that is not all for today. We do have this yellow M3 that we've just finished. I don't know if you can see that amazing. Let me just see if we can spin. This is Anthony's car. Just done some upgrades on it as well. Absolutely stunning BMW, if you can see. So yeah, lots going on at GM. So back to the office, and I'll see you tomorrow.